untenanted stuff at this stage is ridiculous.
Lionel Messi has shaken hands with paradise.
It is no longer news that Real Madrid are in advanced talk with Jose Mourinho for a managerial position. Jose Mourinho has been in talks with Florentino Perez over a possible return to Real Madrid. And this is coming at the time that Real Madrid, this club are in turmoil. Real Madrid are in massive decline. After the marquee signing of Kylian Mbappe, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Arda Güler, come on. Real Madrid have the squad. They have the firepower to compete in all competition and, to at least win a silverware. But this Real Madrid side are on the verge of back-to-back trophyless season. This is something unheard of. That Real Madrid, with the current squad that they have, are in a massive decline. And this is to tell you that this club have some kind of internal problems. And we can see in recent times the players, the unrest in the dressing room between the players. The players, they don't have that unity. If it is not about Kylian Mbappe, today we're hearing about Vinicius Junior, we're hearing about the race between Aurelien, Tchouameni and Federico Valverde. And upon that, Madrid have had a very serious series of recurring injuries. Either you hear that what's his name, Rudiger is out, or you hear that Alaba is out with injury. Militao, like Rodrigo, the injury list is something that is very, very concerning. But aside from that, this Real Madrid side, I think they're supposed to compete at the highest level. Barcelona, they don't have the luxury, they don't have the money for signing the kind of players that Real Madrid have. Yet Barcelona are doing pretty well in the league. Barcelona are 11 points clear of Real Madrid as it stands now, and Barcelona can potentially win the league if they defeat Real Madrid at the Camp Nou. But then again, we begin to ask ourselves, what does this Real Madrid team need? Is it that they need these players to be at their top level, or is it that the managers cannot perform? And Carlo Ancelotti won the Champions League, but then again he was sacked. He was being replaced by Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso had one underwhelming season and he was sacked. And now we have Abelua, who I think will not last on this job. And now the recent talks with Jose Mourinho is something that we need to pay attention to. Jose Mourinho, in his first season at Real Madrid, his first season, he won the La Liga with a record of 100 points and 121 goals. He won the Spanish Super Cup. He also won the Copa del Rey. He won 3 trophies. And this man was competing against one of the best modern coach in world football, Pep Guardiola. He made the league. The Clasico was something like very fearsome. The Clasico during the era of Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho, the Clasico at that time was very intense and exciting. Ronaldo versus Messi, you see, come on, what a time to be alive to watch that rivalry. And now, this current Barcelona tactician, Hansi Flick, is someone who we know that he's worth his onion. Hansi Flick has turned his Barcelona side around, and Barcelona in recent times they're doing so well in the Champions League. And guess what? This Barcelona side are playing one of the most amazing football, not just possession style of football, but a quick transition and also that defensive highline. And Real Madrid, they kind of see that we have Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is giving us the numbers. We have Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is decisive in big games. But then again, how can we manage the ego of these players? We all know that Kylian Mbappe was the focal point at PSG. And coming to Real Madrid, this guy had that mentality that I am the best player in the world. I come here to dominate, just like Cristiano Ronaldo, who was here before me. He came with this charisma, this aura of Cristiano Ronaldo, and we saw it in his first season. He scored over 30 goals in the La Liga. And this guy is on course to shatter Ronaldo's record. But then he has the ego, the clash of ego between Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Federico Valverde, all these big players, Jude Bellingham. And Real Madrid have not had that manager, that assertive manager that can be able to suppress the ego of these players and make them to work as a team. Right now, these Real Madrid players are not playing as a team. Look at the way PSG play. They play as a team collectively, but these Real Madrid players, they play for their own personal glory. Mbappe is playing to win his golden boot. Vinicius Junior is playing to win the Ballon d'Or. Bellingham is playing to get a hype as the best midfielder in the world. All these players are going for their personal and selfish glories. They're not playing to uphold the prestige of the Galacticos, the prestige we know Real Madrid for. And that is why they want to bring a Mourinho that was able to, tame or assemble a Real Madrid side that had Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema. I don't know if Bale was around at that time. I think Bale was also in that squad. Khedira, Alonso. Mourinho was there. He assembled that squad and they delivered. What a time to to carry Mourinho back and make him to assert that dominance as that coach that will be feared in the dressing room. Because the way I see it, I don't think Abelwa is someone who can talk to Mbappe or Vinicius Jr. and they respect him. The coach, or the last two coaches in Real Madrid, they have lost their power in the dressing room. So I think for Real Madrid to have Mourinho is something that the club will do. Not just getting the players. Can you get who they can listen to? Who can instill that discipline in them? Without the board trying to, sanction. Like I just said recently, that the Real Madrid board, they sanctioned Aurelien, Tchouameni and Federico Valverde for fighting. I mean, those guys exchanged punches. And they were sanctioned €1 million each player. And I think there's some disciplinary action, either each of them, or I don't know, they will miss the Clasico. But as the day goes by, maybe by tomorrow, we can see the lineup and see if truly they'll miss the Clasico. But then they need a coach, an experienced coach, and Mourinho is no other person than Mourinho. We saw that in the last 5 years, Mourinho, I mean, the man broke history. He became the first coach in history that won the Champions League, the Europa, the UEFA Conference League. He won it with Roma, a Roma side, their first trophy in over 40 years. So this is something that I think Jose Mourinho is the man for the job. But Jose Mourinho, his tactics can become a problem. You know the kind of tactics Mourinho rely on. Most of his tactics have become mundane and outdated. You cannot compare Mourinho's tactics with that of Pep Guardiola. But when he talks about making these players to compete, making these players, giving them the mentality, because I believe that these Real Madrid players, they are accustomed to a way of playing. We know Real Madrid, the fast counter-attacking style. Mourinho can instill that confidence in them. But the playing style is something I don't really know about Mourinho. I don't know, because really, right now, I don't really enjoy Mourinho's tactics as compared to Pep Guardiola. But will Mourinho deliver? Yes. Will he make them to win a trophy? Certainly Mourinho will make them to win a trophy. But let's see, I go tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Real Madrid signing Mourinho will be an end to their trophy drought? Or do you think that Mourinho will be a list of one of those coaches that came back for the second stage and could not perform and get started? Because this Real Madrid side, they don't have the patience with a coach that cannot perform. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Jose Mourinho is the right man for the job? Or do you think he will be sacked just as his predecessors? Tell me what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to your favorite channel, Champ40. Thank you very much.